Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alien's Joy. It is good to see you today. I have a personal story for you today. So, obviously, I am not in my usual settings. I am on the road, and we're going to call this show today On the Road Emotional Anxiety Overload, right? So, it's not always easy to travel, and a lot of you have been there with me. So, I just wanted to talk to you from this hotel room today somewhere in the United States. It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and we have snow on the ground. I went to see my son, who is here in the north of the country in college, and um, he had a schedule. Surgery schedule. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. My name is Elian Haan. This is Elian's Joy, and I am glad that you're tuning in today. I'm glad you're here with me. And I'm just going to give you an update on our personal journey here that all of you are very familiar with. We are always on Win-Win Women Network. We're always talking about women issues, right? And things that we all go through with kids and things that we all experience in life. And just the stuff that gives us the stress, the stuff that gives us sometimes times of tremendous worry and anxiety. And sometimes those really happy times where we go, oh, and usually I like to bring you a lot of joy. Today, I like to bring you a lot of joy, but I'd like to share with you, of course, why I'm grateful, why I am joyful, but also why sometimes, those darn always happy people can, get enough stress and worry to just be tired. I'm just tired, and I had that, and I share with you why. Because we can do it all. We can always be on the go and always be, work, 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 and busy, busy, busy. And we're trying to do that a lot. I know that all of us are doing that. We're all trying to juggle all the things in life that we women go through. And if we go through all these things, we try to juggle that. So, the daily work schedule, getting up, getting ready, looking good, trying to. We try to always get afterwards, the things at home that we need. We do the groceries, we do the housekeeping, we keep up with things that we need to do when it comes to our social schedule. We do a little birthday card, we do a little call to somebody in the family, and we have the kids to take care of and all that whatnot on a daily basis. And supposedly better than man. And we take that on and we go, 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 go. And at some point, it might happen that throws us a little bit off that routine. Now, if that is the routine that we juggle stuff all the time, we can handle that. But if something throws us off, then it just becomes on overload, right? Very easy. And it happens to everybody. That just even happens all the time to me. Although I try to tell you that happy and the joy and the strength that we have and the courage that we have and the things that you all have. And I'm trying to make you aware of that. And sometimes I like to just get to this personal stuff, right? So that that is everybody and what I did with it. I had my son's surgery scheduled in the north of the country, so of course I was going to be with him, and so it is not very, very, very big, but I want to be here for a couple of days. So that means that I have to reset my life coaching appointments in my practice. I have to reschedule or cancel classes for yoga and Tai Chi, and I have to reschedule maybe some book events, some podcasting things that I had planned. And this is all great and okay. Everybody understands because family first, right? That's what we always try to do, family first. And so we make arrangements. We make arrangements for me to travel and to cancel things that were going on, and some things I plan on doing while I'm on the road. Some work things I plan on doing on the road. I plan on doing this show on the road. So I took you with me, right? And I was thinking I can do that Saturday if we get to the hotel and we have time to just kind of settle in. And I planned on doing some work. and doing email stuff and catch up on files and things like that. So the things that you can easily do on the road. And sometimes it happens to me that I find myself when I'm finally in the airplane, and then you have that day of travel usually, right? And it's just always, even if you're traveling only for a few hours, it's always like, oh, a lot of work because I, for instance, had to get up really early, then fly to Baltimore, and then I had a layover for 2 hours, and then fly further north, and then finally get there and get a rental car and go find my kid, go find my child, pick him up, and drive back to a hotel close to the surgery, the hospital where the surgery was scheduled. So this is already a whole day of travel. You can't really count that day in, and you know how that feels. In airports, in flights, it's all also very, very um, mm, not reliable, so to speak. You don't always if they're going or if they're not going. So all that brings a little bit of an emotional overload that we sometimes don't realize. Usually, I'm pretty calm during those things. I travel light. I know what's going to happen. I have it all planned out. But internally, we can still kind of feel that stress settling in because you don't know if that plane is actually gonna get there at the gate so that you can leave, right? So the departure is scheduled and you might be late. You might also be late on that particular plane and then have a connecting flight that you might miss. Or you might have to run like crazy, or you might not know the airport and not be able to find it. So these things are kind of creeping in, and we'll just go like, yeah, it went great, all went fine, and all went on time. But still, that kind of stress can internalize, and we just don't even realize it. We're just not aware of it. Now, those are not huge anxiety things because we're not constantly worried about the future, but it's smaller stuff like, are we going to get there? Are we going to make it? Is it a reliable flight? Is it, something that is doable for us? And then when we get there, finally a destination, and most of us know that when you finally get there, you have a mission. Right. So then you have a mission. You're going to pick up or see the family and you're going to talk. Another example is when I go to the Netherlands, it's a vacation, but it's also a very busy vacation. And I want to see everybody. I don't have to. I want to see everybody. I want to see my family. I want to go everywhere. So you're constantly running, and planning and action. And this is also one of those things, right? Surgery, scheduling, seeing, meeting. So go. And we don't realize when we're tired. We don't realize that we're so exhausted. We don't realize that we are just almost so tired that I don't know if you have that once in a while, but that you're not sleeping anymore because you're so tired you don't sleep anymore. And even if you have nothing on your mind. So yesterday, for instance, was a little bit of a work. I'll take my work with me day, and I didn't do anything because I was so tired. And I was so tired, I couldn't even sleep. Have you noticed that sometimes that you're so tired that you can't even sleep anymore? And you're like worried and you're like a little bit stressed and you're concerned. And on the other hand, you say, I'm not doing anything. I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. Next week is another week. I'll pick it up then, right? So I kind of canceled everything that I had scheduled for myself and still just want to sleep. And then I can't sleep. And I just want to sleep and I can't sleep. It's one of these things that is really, really, really crazy. And I know that all of you have that in some form, some way, that you get there, that you're so exhausted, you can't even just lie down and close your eyes. Well, I figure most of you go through that because I know a lot of women. So we all know that when you get to that point that you're just really, really out. And at that moment, you have to keep saying, I am not going to do anything. I love to be with you, of course, today, but that's just a small part of the day. That's not really big. But I kind of like let go of everything that I wanted to do. And it was on my to-do list that I was still going to pick up on, even out of town. So I am not going to do that. I am not going to do it. I'm not going to worry about my hair. I'm not going to worry about my makeup. I'm not going to do all this recording that I was going to do, all that other stuff, the catch up with emails, the filing, the going through and handling and replies. I'm just not going to do it. And for a couple of days, I have decided to just let that go. It's nothing that cannot wait, right? Family first and myself first. Family first and myself first. Either or, we are important. You are important. And if I am depleted, I cannot help anybody else. If I am exhausted and I get sick, then that's only worse, right? Then I cannot do anything. So I want you to think about the things that are really good for you. And sometimes that's one of these things that you have to say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It can wait. And if you feel like that, just take a couple of deep breaths. Then we have to really accept that. We have to accept that in order to know that we can let go. Otherwise, it's still kind of like a little creepy, guilty feeling. Like, I did not call her back, or I should have moved that appointment, whatnot, right? Don't. Just accept it that you're just going to take a few days for yourself to enjoy and to enjoy what's around you and to mostly enjoy who's with you. Because if you're a mom, then you know that feeling. If you're a mom, then you know that goes through your heart. And, whatever they have to go through goes through your heart. And you get emotional and you want to take it away from them if they have pain and if they have worries and you want to just take it all in. And we forget how strong we are as women. We forget how much we can handle, but we also forget how much it altogether sometimes is. What an overload sometimes it is. So like, yeah, we got it, we got it, we got it. And sometimes it is just a little bit too much. So for those times, you just have to say, I'm not taking any calls right now. I am not going on social media, or I'm not going to tweet. I'm not going to give my opinion about things. And I'm not going to put makeup on. I'm just going to be au naturel myself. And when I do that, I'm just going to enjoy the energy and the rest and the peace and the quiet around me and do what I can do for myself and for the ones who are really, really important, right? Your loved ones. So if you feel sometimes like that, that is just perfectly okay. Just sip it, stop it all, let it go, and pick it up back up in a couple of days. So, in other words, this is a plea for understanding that if you don't hear anything from me for a couple of days and I didn't reply to the text or the social media or the Facebook, or I didn't keep up or I didn't see it, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have to say I'm sorry. I know that's what you're saying to me right now. You don't have to apologize for that. We totally get it. But I know that you're a woman and all women do this. We all can take a lot on. And so because I know that, and because I feel that, and because that's what I do for work, I'm telling you, it's perfectly acceptable and it's perfectly okay to once in a while just say, time out. If you don't hear from me, don't worry. No news is good news. I'm okay. We are okay. Well, but if I am not on top of things, I choose that because I'm just gonna take care of me and the ones who are very important around me. So I hope you do the same once in a while. I hope you forgive yourself for not following up, or not being there, or not being on time and punctual, and you got it all done and you got it all ready. If sometimes you feel that it's just, that's it, you got to, just let go. Take a couple of deep breaths. One of those really deep belly breath, right? Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your body. You know how I do those things and exercise mm, and just let it all go. The world will wait. And I am always back. Thank you for calling, or thank you for watching. Thank you for calling. Don't call. Thank you for watching Allianz Joy today. And you'll hear from me in a few days. I love you. And I'm so happy that you tuned in. Let me know your thoughts. Does this happen to you? Overload, right? Overload, overload, overload. So take some time out, take a couple of deep breaths. Love, love, love. I'll see you next week on Allianz Joy. Thank you for watching.